What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter. And this is Fly Nubian Money, where we help you to master your mindset and maximize your what? Your money, y'all. Come on, let's get this money. So I'm here today, and I said I might not be, but I'm here because I knew my girls was gonna be on here. Yes, what's up, ladies? The dopest female, the dopest is on the planet. So today we're gonna talk about Monique. I don't know if y'all know. So yesterday we had a conversation about health and food and what's happening with our diets and how it's killing us. So today we're going to talk about our bodies and what's driving our decisions. Monique says she did not use Ozempic or surgery to lose over 100 pounds. That's a lot of hard work. She says it was discipline, it was clean eating, it was exercise, it was consistency. At the same time, though, Ozempic is trending. Weight loss injections are trending because they have all kinds. And then on top of that, we got BBL fillers, we got Botox, we got body enhancements, and they are everywhere. And let's be honest, Black women are a major consumer in these markets, especially ones in Atlanta. So this conversation is bigger than one celebrity. Are we trying to be healthy or are we trying to be vain? Are we building discipline or are we chasing fast results? And who benefits when Black women feel like we constantly need to fix ourselves? Because these decisions affect our health, they affect our confidence, and they affect our money, or as I like to say, shmoney. So today, to have this conversation, we have some of the dopest queens on the planet. We got not Dr. LaNee Javette, the brilliant strategist. What's up, queen? What's up, sis?
I want to give a shout out to whoever put that slide together. That booty was popping. It was all nice and round. It was perfectly symmetric. Whoever did that, they did their job.
I want to see it because I was reading. I didn't get a chance to see it. That's not fair.
I be doing my job. I'm just doing my job.
I don't know. I mean, you know, with booty results like that, it might be worth a job. And then we have Shalaye Camillo, all from a vital source realty, all the way from Boston. Hey, I want to get out there. I want to go to
Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah. Come on. I go every summer.
Mm-hmm. Where do you stay?
I'm right in Boston. I'm right in the city.
I want to go. Okay. And then we got Miss Black Hollywood. I know, because Miss Black Hollywood. What's happening, queen? What's happening, sis?
What up, though? How you doing? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday all week. It's your birthday, girl. You know it's your birthday. You know it's your birthday.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Hi, Aisha. She is your wealth architect, your wealth strategist, your financial services expert. So we got the right panel today. And it's me. I am your wealth activist. I really wear this shirt, but I'm your wealth activist, Constance Carter. So listen, I know we've all heard of Ozempic, and now there's all these other ones. Like, and I know everybody's selling them like multi-level marketing right now. Did you guys know? I've got all kind of friends. Yes, it's all kind. One of my friends is trying to sell me something. Another one trying to sell me something. I'm asking. I'm like, I don't even know. I'm and because it's so cheap.
They must not have seen you walk from the back.
What? This is the weight loss one though. I want the weight loss.
I was like,
we're starting with
a nice walk. You got a nice little walk away. I'm just saying.
No, right now I got them hog maw arms. Like I got them arms of them women that be cooking a mean Thanksgiving dinner. So I need to get rid of it. So listen, I've been looking. Have you guys seen? Are you guys familiar? Is anybody familiar with these GLP-1s? Is that what they're called, or are they called GLP-1s? And then you have different brands of them. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, listen, I know. So, are you guys familiar with it? Have you guys tried it? Would you try it? Shalaye, would you try it? No.
I'm familiar with it. I've had some friends who have done it, but I wouldn't do it.
Aisha?
Aisha.
I've never heard about that. What is that? What is GLP?
It's the shots.
Oh no.
No.
Ozempic? I've heard about Ozempic. But...
Yeah. What about you, Tiara? They try to get you to do it?
They tried to give me well, my doctor was like, well, if you want to jumpstart your, y'all know I'm doing the 75 hard. So my doctor was like, if you want to jumpstart your weight loss, we can give you some, it wasn't Ozempic, but it was the pills. It was like, but they're all blood pressure. It's like a blood pressure medicine. It's like for something else. Like it's not even for weight loss. It's just,
Diabetes.
so he tried to give me that. And I was like, I took one pill and I didn't like how nauseous I felt, and that was it.
Oh yeah. I don't want what about you, Dr. LaNee? Would you try it?
So I don't know if I would or I wouldn't. So I have done phentermine in the past. I've done HCG
right now. Come on. You inspire me. Last year, Dr. LaNee got hella skinny and was looking fine as wine in the summertime. And I was like, what the hell you doing, sis? She was like, I'm on that phentermine. And so, yeah, I take them every now and then too.
So I don't know if I would or wouldn't. I mean, I've tried enough. I've been trying this. Let me tell you, I have been on no sugar, no bread, no pasta, all water for the month of February, and ain't shit been doing nothing. So I did like 3 pounds. And I'm like, and I'm going to the gym. So I was
the
like,
whole month?
Listen, the whole month. So I had my little phentermine med spa up and was like, yo, run the play. Run that play.
Girl, you ain't eating sugar and you eating everything else up then. You gotta be.
But I'm not, I'm not. Like I'm watching what I'm eating. I'm eating exactly like I was when I was on phentermine. But it's not, I don't know what's not turning over. I'm not sure.
But it's natural. That's normal. First of all, it's normal.
No, we're old. We're women of a certain age, Dr. LaNee.
I was going to say perimenopause and menopause.
It's normal. I mean, it's normal. It like we live in a fast society that's like, lose 10 pounds in a week, that kind of thing. But it's okay if you lose a couple pounds in a month, because at some point, that interest compounds, right?
Joe lost 25 pounds this month, though. You said that yesterday. You said Joe lost 25 pounds this month.
Doing the 75 hard though. Like he's doing drinking a gallon of water and working out twice a day. She's not doing this. No, he's chosen a diet. He's worked out twice a day. He's drinking a gallon of water a day.
You're doing that too, right, Dr. LaNee?
No, ma'am.
You doing that too?
No.
Almost.
I mean, almost. I'm not. I mean, yeah. What's that commercial that says almost insurance? I'm almost doing it.
Yeah, man, it's for sugar control type 2 diabetes. That's what Ozempic is for. And so, I've seen I see a lot of friends that are on it and everybody's been looking real good, but you said they looking like bobbleheads. So I don't know the Ozempic look. I guess there's a look. But before we get into the whole bobblehead conversation, because there is such thing as, I guess, a Ozempic look, they look like bobbleheads.
They don't look normal. It's not like normal weight loss. It looks a little weird.
There is the Ozempic booty.
What's the Ozempic booty, girl?
It's like flat.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
There's no muscle. Because you lose muscle mass. So it's not like nice. You lose muscle mass. So you just look.
So you just made the decision for me. I was on a fence. I ain't losing this ass. I'm not gonna do it.
It's just gonna be flat. It's gonna be flat and it's gonna look like a little box.
It's like this. Boom.
Hell no. I'm clear. We good. All right, thank you for that.
Listen, my Benjamin lets me keep all my curves and everything. It just lets me lose a little weight. I ain't mad.
Yeah, I just want a little something. I'm trying to look like a grown ass woman. I ain't trying to look like no teenage girl. I'm not trying to look like a but let's take a look at the video, Tiara.
Okay, there's two parts. There's 2 parts to the video. We can play the first part.
I want to know what an Ozempic face look like.
I know, what is that?
You gonna see it soon.
In your body. Research what you're putting in your body. They got us caught up in trends. And well, if this big star did it and this big celebrity did it, they are pushing so, well, I'm definitely going to do it. This is what I will say, and this is just my humble opinion. They're taking away our willpower. They're taking away our fight.
Yeah.
They're taking away our ability to say, I believe in myself. I'm going to trust the process.
Yeah. I got another part to that video, but that we can start there.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you think about that, Because we live in a microwave society and we want results quick. I want to look good now. I want to be there now. But it didn't, we all that food that we ate, we didn't get there overnight, but we want to lose it overnight. What are your thoughts, Dr. LaNee, about what she said about losing our willpower? I mean, do you think she has a point there?
I think that the way that they're pushing it, yes, because I mean they're already flaunting the BBLs and the boobs and just all the things, and then they're making you feel like this is how you be beautiful, right? And now they're saying, well, if you do this, if they were pushing it for health, maybe, but they're not. They're pushing it for vanity, and they didn't even find out about it. So somebody said initially started out as a diabetic drug, and people started seeing these results because of their diabetes, right? And so they ended up taking it from a whole diabetes thing to a whole weight loss thing. That's not it's necessarily intention. So we're giving diabetic medicine to people who maybe don't have, well, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're overweight, you might have it, but I don't know that for sure. But I think it's crazy that there's just like, you can literally go to Amazon and get it now. Like before you have a doctor, diabetes. Now it's just like.
That's the scary part. That's the scary part. Because you're putting stuff in your body and it doesn't need to be medically approved. And that's the thing that, like, every time I get ready to put, because I'm like, look, I got to lose weight. And every time I get ready to pay, I'm like, if I'm got to buy it from my homegirl, if I got to buy it from one of my guys, like, I don't know. Shalaye, what do you think in terms of what she said?
No, I totally agree. Wasn't even thinking about it in the aspect of taking away our willpower, but that is exactly what our society as a whole is doing, even with AI, right? Just making everything so easy that we don't have to think, we don't have to work for it. Like that is a problem overall. And what is that going to look like in the next generation when they're used to that? Like we have to I think that we need to put some guardrails on it. And it's not a healthy way of living. Like, I feel like the healthiest way of losing weight is a lifestyle change. And that's right. Like, oh no, you don't need to do that. You don't need to move your body. You don't need to, eat right or anything like that. You just need to get on this pill. And I've seen Al Sharpton. That's the Ozempic look to me. To me,
yeah, that's a bobblehead. That's a bobblehead.
Yes. And I don't know if he was on it, but it looks like he was on it.
Oh, okay. So that's what Ozempic people look like. Ew. So Von Vito, he's one of the people who was trying to sell me one of them shots. So what are you talking about? This feels like we're a generation of guinea pigs. So many new products pop up every day. Then they have all these fake bots commenting like they're trying it and it works. But you was trying to sell me something.
Von Vito was?
Yeah, some shot.
Oh, not Von Vito in the comments.
And that's the thing too, fake reviews. Now I can point them out, like, Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and you look at the comments and stuff. Oh, I can tell when it's fake. Like fake reviews is like a huge thing now. So we got to be real careful.
Word. Aisha, what you think? Yeah, he said NAD. Ain't NAD? Isn't that a GLP-1? Isn't that the same thing? It's a shot. Same thing, right?
And we're focused. I can't believe Lord Jesus. There's
okay.
fire.
No, I'm just saying, like, isn't the GLP? Okay, that's the reason why I didn't buy it from you, Vaughn, because I thought it was like this. But anyway, Aisha, what do you think?
I don't even know where to begin. It's scary to me. That's the only thing I can think about. It's so scary. There's no way I will even try any of those things because there are no testing. Once I did one with COVID, I took the vaccine and I got the horrible side effects. I am not taking anything. No, I don't care whatever it makes you look like. I'm not interested. No, because you don't know the side effects. That's the biggest problem. What's going to happen to you 3, 4, 5 years from now? You may look good today. What about 3, 4, 5 years from now? What if you start shrinking? You turn into a prune. Then what? No. So,
or Al Sharpton.
I'm scared. I want to know what these BBLs are going to look like at 70.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can we just say like some people
like tiny? Like tiny?
Honestly.
Yeah.
It's
interesting. I had a friend who was like an OG on the, like, before we even had BBLs or any of that. Like, she went and got shots in her butt, like when she was like 20 something. Now we're in her 40s. She was like, yeah, I was around the strippers and the strippers was doing it in my 20s. She's from LA. She was like, basically now I want to say she's like 45, and she was like, girl, the whatever they put in her butt started to move around to different places in her body. And so they were finding, she was like those particles were floating around in different parts in her bloodstream. And so they had to go in and get all of it out as fast as possible. She had to spend $50,000 to do it. And it just was like, and she was crying every day, like, I don't
Wait,
know, I want to be here for my son, because she
wait.
had a son late. So it's like, you make those decisions in the moment and think like, okay, this is cool. For whatever reason. And then you look up and 20 years later, literally all of it started to like,
Disintegrate in her body and is moving
yeah,
into her lungs everywhere.
yeah.
Like
So
a
we just got to
block.
be careful, y'all. We really do.
You know, but to think about it though, when you think about these types of cosmetic surgeries, somebody said Jesus be some self-esteem.
Hallelujah.
when
Hallelujah,
you
God.
when you think about these cosmetic things, and you know, a lot of women get them and they think that they're getting them for men, but men are saying that they like women natural. Do you believe that to be true? Do you really believe that to be true? Because are men more attracted to the natural woman? Oh, girl, Shalaye got something to say. Are they, or are they more attracted to the BBL because they be in the DMs of the ones, the Instagram BBLs, but then they talk about, I want somebody natural. What do you think, Shalaye?
It depends on the type of man. If you have the type of man who is into, women as an object and having a exotic experience with you sexually, yeah, they'll do the BBL. Do they want to take you home and wipe you up and have you as a companion? No. And those men who do that, come on, Stephon Diggs, like, there are different type of men who do that and actually marry this woman or whatever. But even then, is it a real relationship, or is it based on,
Are
okay,
you
what can I say?
minimizing a woman's value who gets a BBL and cosmetic surgery? Is that what I hear you saying, Shalaye?
What'd you say?
I said, are you minimizing a woman's value who gets a BBL and cosmetic surgery?
No, you asked me what do men think. What do I think men think? I think it depends on the type of man who's going to be attracted to that. So there's a certain type of man who is attracted to that. And then there's a certain type of man who's going to be like, no, I don't want that. I want it natural. So it really depends on the person.
So Tiara, what are your thoughts? Because when especially like when we do things like our eyelashes and stuff like that, I heard somebody say like, yeah, I'm telling my brothers, yeah, I want that girl with the eyelashes that look like this, right? And men are saying that they don't like it, but women are saying that they're doing it, to enhance their looks. Do men really want that?
Well, I'm not a man, so I'm not a man, but I think that women do it for other women. I think that we're looking over and going, I think just like I think I heard Cam Newton say that men do things for other men. No, no homo, but like I think women do the same. Like we're looking and we're tracking what we think is beautiful or projecting and looking over and saying, "Oh, I love how LaNee's hair looked today, man. I need to." It's the first thing that we notice. We're women, right? We notice things about other women, and so I think maybe it's an us thing.
Baby, yo, audio is cutting out. Your audio is cutting out. You was almost there too. We almost had you. Aisha. Aisha, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about, what you're seeing about, do men really like this? And of course we're women, so we can't really determine what men think, but like just the average men, do you think that they want a woman that's natural, or are women doing this for men? Or are they doing it for themselves, or are they doing it for other women?
I think it's all of the above, to be honest. I can see where if a woman looks attractive, that she'll get attention. That's just natural. Both men and women will probably look at her, right? But the question is, would it be something that you will want in your life, or just temporary, right? Temporary attraction is easy for everyone. You can see somebody, oh, you look good. That doesn't mean I want to be with you, right? Or you might get my attention because of the way you look, but that's about it. But from what I've heard in the past and working in Beverly Hills for a long time as well, many years back, is for the attention grabbing, yes. But after you peel off all those things, they're like, whoa, 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 no, right? So then what is that, right? But if the man sees you from who you are from the beginning, and without your makeup, you look great, then he prefers that. Than to you, it takes you hours to get ready and you look a certain way, you get attention. But then once I turn my face around, I'm like, who's that? So I think that is what comes to play at the end of the day, that you might get attention, but It just ends there. It ends there. I'll tell you a story. When I was at the airport, I was traveling to Alabama. I just got back at the airport, and what we're describing, I saw this lady, and she's one of us, and right away, everybody was looking at her because of the way she was dressed, and she wore this very tight, like sports attire, with her bottom was so big compared to her body, and then she was deliberately pushing her cart, whatever, to get attention. And to me, I'm sorry, it didn't look good at all. I said, I'm sorry, maybe you think that looks good. That does not look good. People were looking at you like, whoa, okay. Literally happened. And I said, this is crazy. And I bet you maybe it was BBL, whatever they call it, because you can tell it's not natural. Her bottom was just way out of, and then her legs were so tiny.
Disproportionate.
Look right. It just not look right.
She looked like a damn cartoon. Right.
Yeah. So
Dr. LaNee, you know how men be like, I want a natural woman. When a woman shows up with an afro, then but they'll pick the woman with a weave over an afro, but then they say that they want a natural woman. I mean, do you think it's the same thing with the whole idea of the cosmetic surgery? Because I've seen that too, right? I want a natural woman. They get a natural woman. They don't want her. They're gonna pick the other lady.
I think that I was going to say, I think the men don't know what they want, but that's not true. Let me not say, I don't want to say that.
No.
I do not think that men don't know what they want. I think that what happens is something becomes cool, right? When BBLs first came out and it was the Kardashians, things like that, it was cute and cool. And then once it became an everyday thing where everybody's getting them and they're crooked and they're falling down and one cheek is high and one cheek is low. And I think that now that it's become ordinary, it's like, ew, right? And now they're like, I don't want that no more. Like, it was cute and cool when it was exotic. I'm not even going to say when others had it, but just when, it was sprinkled in. But now that everybody has it, it's like, ugh. And once something becomes ordinary, people start getting knockoffs. I mean, what we see is a lot of knockoff booties running around here. If we're talking about,
girl, what a knockoff booty is.
Listen,
what is a knockoff booty?
It looked like it got the dents in it and all this stuff. You've seen those ones. You'd be like a doctor should tell you no. Like a doctor should tell you it's enough, right? On social media, you see these folks, they got boot. Like, why would somebody do that to you? Why would somebody let you do that to yourself, right? Yeah. Botched is what they call them. Like stop. At some point, a doctor should say, hey, this isn't healthy. This is past vanity. This is past looking good. Like, you don't look good. Especially if you're getting it to be natural. Like, I just want to, enhance my figure. That's not natural. That's not enhancing your figure. You look like a clown from the back. All right. I like the ones where when I look at it and I'd be like, I can't tell if that's hers or not. Like, that one I can admire. Like, oh, that's nice. If that's not hers, that's a good job. But I think that I just think that it's happened so much that now men are like, I don't even want it. Like, it's nice to look at. It's nice to play with. We have some fun, but at the end of the day, it's nah.
That's what y'all keep saying. Y'all, you and Shalaye basically said the same thing. It's okay to play with. So are you guys devaluing these women who have had cosmetic surgery?
Not devaluing the women.
Are men not taking them serious?
I think that's what it is. I think I don't think that the woman is being devalued, because I think that women are doing it in their mind to stay competitive, because all these women have it. I want to have it too. It's going to make me look better. I believe that that's the reason why they get them. I'm not devaluing them or their thoughts or how they feel about themselves. I just think that it's become so common and ordinary now that it doesn't make you exotic like it used to. Now it's like everybody has it. What's exotic now is the natural. So now it's like, I want something that's natural. That's all.
I also think that there's something to be said about, your body versus accessories. Like, we talk about the lashes and wigs and weaves and things like that. And I think all of that has a place, right? When you're going to a gala, you might get all dolled up. Are you doing all of that every day to go out to the grocery store? That may be a little too much. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go as far as altering your body, especially to the point where it does not look natural, that's where I think that people will get judgmental and say, like, what were you actually thinking? Is everything okay for you to alter your body to this point where it does not look natural? It does not look good. I think there's a difference between that and then doing some things that are accessories that you can take off or you wear on a night out or something like that. Is different.
You know where I see the biggest the most BBLs and the most exotic, distorted, what you call it, a fake booty, at NBA games on the floor. So if I go to an NBA game, we sitting on the floor, you go, the girls who come in there with them heels this tall and just distorted BBL, like in those types of places and spaces. And those are the women I think that these men just want to have fun with. These are the Instagram girls that they didn't slid into their DMs. Now they sitting courtside at the basketball game. But I will give you a rule of thumb. If you don't know what a BBL looks like, a fake BBL or a BBL looks like, look at the thigh to booty ratio. That's how you tell a BBL, the thigh to booty ratio. If they thighs are skinny and they ass is fat, guess what? It's a BBL. We're going to go to the next video. And oh, by the way, let me just say, Vaughn said, I think she's right. We don't know what we want. We spend more time picking the wrong one.
By getting $1,600 worth of Botox and filler to do facial balancing. So let me break down exactly what I did. I go to Charmaine over at Skin Station in South Lake, Texas. She's amazing, okay? She's the best person I have tried in Dallas so far, and she takes her time and she doesn't overfill. This is what my face looked like before. So the first thing I did was I got 55 units worth of Botox in my face, which costed around $660. I got it right here on my forehead, like to get all the wrinkles in there. But I also got it around my eyebrows so that it looked like I have an eye lift. And then also in here for my crow's feet. And then I also did it down here around my mouth to stop my frowning, because I used to frown a lot. And then as you can see, my face is looking slimmer now, and that's because of the Botox as well. I also noticed that my nose looks slimmer now, and I really think it's just the Botox because I have not done anything to my nose. As for filler, I got filler in my chin. When it comes to facial balancing, you don't want to go crazy. You want to do it little by little so you can see how your face is balancing out. And I did one full syringe in order to do my chin, but also to fill in this little area right here on both sides, because as you can see right here in this photo, I was losing volume in that area. So when we filled it in, that shadow went away. And then the last thing that I've done so far is I got a little filler in my cheeks to lift the cheek up a little bit, and I love it. I feel like it's balancing out my face, and I'm starting to get that heart shape face. I think it's very cute. So all the filler in total only cost $1,000, and I did all of this over the course of 3 months. I did not do it all at one time. So if you stretch it out like that, it can become more affordable. So if you're in the Dallas area.
So how often do you gotta do something like that? Tiara, do you know how often you gotta do something like that?
Yeah, you have to do it every 3 to 6 months. So I'll say this. I went to, when I was getting my music video done, I went to get a facial. And while I was there, the lady showed me this, they take you to the spot and they show you your face in a mirror, one of those magnifying mirrors, and says, what do you hate about your face? And you're going, well, I guess I do have lines, and oh, look at those crow's feet and what things that, it's the same face, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, you just see everything that is imperfect about your face. And before I knew it, she was like, well, we could put Botox right here and right there and right there, right there, right there for your crow's feet. And then I was like, okay, right? I spent $500 on this, right? When I walked out, I couldn't feel my face. Like my face was like heavy, like for like, I don't know, it was heavy. So that was the only time that I got Botox. I don't know how I got like kind of wrangled into that, but I don't think I would ever do it again. A, because I don't know what it is. Like, what is that? And then B, I just feel like we're too young for that. We're not too young, but I feel like we just don't need it. Like, I don't know if we need it. I just think that, we just live in a society where they can make women feel insecure. Because that was a moment. Like, she just, the way they had the mirror in my face and the way it was like, what don't you like about your face? I was like, well, I guess I don't like this. Oh, I just saw everything. So I see how it happens. They play on those insecurities.
Deborah Will Win said, I'm definitely open to some subtle enhancements. So you had subtle enhancements, right, Tiara? That was the subtle enhancements, right? Is anybody else open to subtle enhancements?
I'm actually thinking about that because my eyelid, after I had COVID shots, and one of my eyes started drooping. So I may have, I don't know, but I'm actually scared. But that's one thing I have to take care of because one of my eyes just like falling asleep. since that shot, honestly. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I might be open to asking if there's anything that can be done so that eye doesn't look as if it's falling asleep. So
Yeah, we don't want that eye going over here when you try to talk to
no,
us.
exactly. Like, I'm serious. I don't. That's the only time like, but I'm still scared. But that I might think about something for my eye. Yeah.
Okay. What
I
about you?
think the concern is addicting, like feeling like
Yes.
you need it.
No.
Like
Yes.
every 3 to 6 months you're spending $2,000. She spent $1,660 to get a balancing every
You
3
got to
to
do
6
every 3
months.
months. Like, so
Right,
where
every 3 to 6 months.
And she looked fine in that other.
Yeah,
when
she was
you
pretty
look at her, I'm
before.
like, she looks beautiful. That's crazy.
Everybody walking around looking like a filter.
And that's the thing.
That's the
Everybody
thing.
looks the same. It's like this
Everybody look
look.
the same.
Yeah,
How
and
is it
it's
possible? There's no personality in your face. You all look the same.
No
Yeah.
personality.
What's that lady's name? Kim Kardashian's mom. What's her name?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Looking like
Kris Kardashian. Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
Mhm.
She came out with a new face.
I mean, you
Right.
think about all the mamas, the Braxton mamas, Beyonce mamas, they all get it done. All of them.
And it's like, okay, they like in their 70s, right? So
Yeah.
it's they you know,
Yeah,
I'm
but
really concerned about the young girls who are doing it because I don't think it's gonna age well. Your face is getting used to having unknown or substances in your face, and it's making room where there otherwise wouldn't be room. And I just think that if you have to stop for some reason, now you got to deal with your real face. And I think it's pre-aging younger girls.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And then what happens when those things move around in your face? You know, when they put filler in, sometimes the filler slides down and goes to different areas in your face. Like
No,
those are real things, y'all.
That's
like when
that's
you
like,
got
that's like going to somebody who's not good though, right? That's like
I know. I mean,
it's your face anatomy, I think.
yeah, like it just drops. Like if they put it in your eyes, like after a while, naturally it's just gonna come down and be like somewhere in your face that's not under your eyes anymore.
And also,
You're not going to be filled up here. You're going to be filled down here.
The toxins.
Yeah, the toxin, these are chemicals. Like we're injecting. It's not even like you're doing something like, you know how some people in Hollywood, they'll use the tape to bring it back or whatever. That's something you can take off. You're not putting it in your body. You're doing that for the look for the night or whatever. But putting these unknown chemicals in our bodies and the long-term effect of that, I think it's just a little too dangerous to just to have a look and be vain for the moment, especially for women our age. We're not 70, 60s. Subtle enhancements. I don't know. I've never thought about it, but I'm like, okay, maybe at a certain point I would think about something subtle. But the major stuff that's being done and people just rewiring their whole face, y'all, Cardi B, I don't think that's going to age well. Right now it's looking like a what are you type of situation. To me, it's looking like a what are you type situation. I'm like, this girl is young and she's doing all this. And
do you think Glorilla needed that nose job?
I haven't even seen that.
Glorilla, her nose is about this wide. You didn't. Now she's gotten a nose job.
So okay, I'll tell you a story too. There was a man. He was with a girl. She looks beautiful, right? Then they had a baby, and the baby doesn't look anything. So he was upset. He said, "This is
divorced her."
Honestly, he said, "How come the baby doesn't look like any of us?" And then now they found out that she had surgery. She made her nose straight, everything. He wanted a divorce. He said, "Nope, you lied to me. That's not who you look like. This baby looks ugly." He literally told her, "This is not my baby. This baby looks ugly."
Dang.
Listen, you go to Turkey, they make you a whole new face. Do you see the before and afters for the people in Turkey?
Turkey, it's crazy.
Turkey is crazy. Look at some of the Turkey pages. They make people look like from Revenge of the Nerds to Brad Pitt. It's crazy. But Dr. LaNee, would you do a subtle enhancement?
Right now I say no, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't. I can't see shooting in my face, but I scowl a lot, right? So I have that. But it's also part of my personality. But you see, even when it's gone, you can still see kind of like little remnants of it. But it doesn't bother me. Don't bother my dude. So he's not big on all that kind of stuff. But so I probably what have I had done? I had my thyroid cut. I've had a breast reduction. I had my breast reduced. I had a hysterectomy. Most of the surgeries that I've had have been like medical things I had LASIK. So I've had LASIK, which was an enhancement for my eyes so I could see, but now I can't see, go over my contacts and my glasses. I had my breast reduced because my back was hurting, but that's it. I don't think I would do anything else. If anything, I might get a BBL, but I still wouldn't do it. Like, I just take myself to the gym and work. Like,
you'll make your booty bigger?
Make just like a nice
Girl
little
squats.
You would shape it.
Yeah.
You would shape it?
Yes, which is why I just feel like I just go to the gym. Like, just like nice, prop it up. At 50, I just want just nice and firm. Little Coke bottle. You know what I'm saying?
How would you sit? How would you sit with something in your bottom? How would you sit down? Oh, jeez, that's crazy.
Listen, I'm afraid of it. I watch those girls. They come in. They got to lay on their stomach. I just
How do you sit down?
I mean, it's your fat though. The BBL part is your fat. Like, it's your fat just got to be used to being in your butt now.
Whoa.
So I have a
it could be a mixture of a couple different things. And I heard one that it smells.
What? I'm hearing about the BBL smell. Yeah. But what's the difference between the injections and the fat?
The injections is chemical. It's a chemical. Your fat is literally it's like they're taking your fat, and you want me to run a video on what a BBL is, but the injections are the chemicals that they're putting in your face, right? But the
injections in your butt, because don't people? So remember when Nicki Minaj's butt was lopsided because she had a bad BBL or injections or whatever? Is that the fat the fat transfer?
I think
there's
they were
different
putting
procedures
chemicals.
to the BBL.
Yeah, I think they're putting chemicals in the butt to, like, remember they was putting Fix a Flat in women's butts, the guy and the ladies. So they just
that's when you get it out the trunk from the lady up the street.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, it's deadly. Beauty is deadly sometimes. Let's look at the next video. Anonymous said BBL has a high rate of pulmonary embolism, like 1 in 1,000. I had a girlfriend last year. She went and got a BBL, and then she came home. She flew back to California, and then she was like, "Oh, I want to go see my dude in Tennessee." Got on a plane and died.
Shut up.
Pulmonary embolism. Yep. My age.
Yeah. First of all, not to talk about our age, but if you over 50, you shouldn't be getting no kind of BBL, Vivica.
But I mean, they getting both. I would get probably some minor enhancements. I probably like if maybe
something.
Yeah.
But even with Botox,
look at she got new brand. Oh my God! Like you just walk in brand new, like
right. You 50 and you out here looking like. Yeah, no. But maybe get the little youthful appearance, be cute.
But even with the Botox, let's see what the ladies say about
that. I don't know. I don't know what Botox does. I don't know what Botox does.
Let's find out.
Let's find
out.
Filler done or thinking about filler done, you may want to pay attention to new research that's coming out about it. So you're not really going to see articles about it yet because they just unveiled these findings, but Dr. Spero Theodoro, director of the leading body sculpt plastic surgery practice in New York, said that under eye filler is one of the biggest problems. You see women everywhere with swollen eyes. Women know about this. What's new is we've proved it. It's taken us 20 years. And this is why I always say science is slow, logic is fast. As someone in the wellness industry, you learn about all the different systems in the body, and the lymphatic system is one of the most important systems in the body. And hyaluronic acid, which is the key component in these fillers, has been shown to block lymph nodes, which the body uses to help identify and bring toxins out. So they're not saying filler causes cancer, but filler is slowing down and blocking the lymph nodes. And when you have stagnant lymph, it can cause things like other diseases and cancer. And if you're on the internet, you know that you've seen this photo, but we're seeing it especially in the under eyes. They're saying that's one of the most dangerous places to put it. Professionals are saying there's no need to panic. This is just preliminary research. You don't need to go and rush and get your filler dissolved. But for me, I feel like this is definitely something you should think about.
Hyaluronic acid is in even the facial wash and things like that. So that's interesting. So it's
external, not being shot into your face.
But it won't block your lymph nodes if it's external.
Know, but I'm just saying something that's external is my assumption of how this would work. It's external, so it's going into your skin, but it's not being shot into your body.
Yeah.
And if it's blocking those, but you're right, Constance. I mean, that's a great question. First of all, the chemicals in a lot of those things are not good for our health, right? Period. A lot of the lotions, I used to be ashy for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I used to be like, I don't want to put that on. If your skin is your biggest organ that you have, it's like, what are we putting on our skin, right? So I was trying to find. I was like, if I don't need to wear lotion, like to bed and all of that, I don't rub oil. I do it to go outside because I don't want to be ashy, but for the most part, I won't like double up on like lotions and oils, because it's like, what is in that and what are you putting into your body?
Honestly, I use avocado oil for my lotion, for my hair, for my face. Avocado oil.
Dr. Jones said coconut oil is also good.
Coconut oil.
I have coconut oil.
Shea butter, natural
And
shea
she said put cocoa butter on
Sweet
your
almond.
She
Sweet
said
almond oil is really good too.
put coconut oil on your hoo-ha, and it
Huh?
keeps it maintained.
Coconut what? Put what?
Oil on your
Oh,
hoo-ha.
coconut oil. Yeah. I saw
I
that.
can see
I
that
saw
because
that.
it has great properties in it. I can see that, but
Yeah.
I've never know that.
Thing maintained, baby. LaNee was like, huh, okay. I saw them wheels spinning, Dr. LaNee.
That'll get you nut.
What'd you say?
I said that coconut to get you nut.
Oh,
I
Get your
can't.
Like coconut.
Do we have another video? Because here's what I want to know before we go to the video. Long-term effects. So some of this stuff, like even the Ozempic, it's been out a long time, right? And so they have had studies about the long-term effects. It's been out a long time. Just because we're just now hearing about it doesn't mean that it's brand new. So what's the big deal? Because I think they do have enough study.
That's the big. That's Serena Williams. That's the big deal.
I like her better thick.
Yeah, of course.
She has balanced it out a little bit now. That was when she first lost it all. Muscles is gone and everything is gone. She's balanced it out better.
Was this but she shouldn't have never did that. The first body was perfect. That's a grown ass woman.
Her body was perfect. I think I heard her say like always being like called like stacked and fat and whatever, she just always wanted to have a normal body, and not be known to be this like Amazon body woman. And so I think it really, the stallion, and it really like affected her self-esteem. So now she little Serena.
Did it affect her self-esteem, or is it because she married to a white man? She's trying to assimilate to a white body type.
Yeah, too. Oh, what is that?
Vanessa Williams.
I'm like, who is that?
I'm gonna say
Williams.
I'm gonna say who's a candidate for a facelift and facial balancing.
I don't think that that's her face.
Maybe she lay off the Ozempic and maybe she do the Botox.
She doesn't even need it. She's always had a great body.
You're so beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Here's the thing. See what you just said, Constance? That's why people get fillers and Botox and stuff, and they get insecure. Because here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with aging. This lady's like almost 80 years old. And we're saying, she needs.
She is not almost 80 years old.
She's in her 60s or 70s.
She's in her 70s.
Okay.
That's not 80.
She's not 70.
Damn near close. 70. That lady is not 70.
But she aged well. She's
62.
She's 62. But here's the thing.
Fight you.
That's not the way she looked though. I think that how sometimes they pull those they do whatever, they manipulate the photos. I don't think she looks like that, but I think that is why people go and get those surgeries, just because the internet is harsh. People just say whatever, like, "Ugh, look at the way she looked."
But
look at
the picture though. Does the picture look extra wrinkly?
But I mean, that's somebody create. Even if that's not her face for real, but
Black don't crack like that. Black don't crack like that.
That's not even what she looks like. I think somebody manipulated that. Is my point.
I think so too. It was manipulated. Yeah.
That's
now.
I went to her social media. I'm on Instagram. That's not what she looked like.
That's not what she looks like. She looks like this picture though.
I mean,
you can see it in her, but she is that skinny though.
At least on her Instagram, she still look like herself. She don't look like that.
Yes, body dysmorphia. She has body dysmorphia. But let me ask you, because you made a good point, Tiara, what the comment that I said, are people doing this because of social media? Are people doing this because of the gram? Do you think this will be as prevalent if we did not have social media, Shalaye? What do you guys think?
I don't think it would be. I don't think there would be so much pressure to, submit to whatever the norm or the trend is, that beauty standard that's current. I don't think that there would be the pressure. Like growing up, y'all, I was always thick, like even as a kid. And I remember going into Osco Drug when I was like 10, 11 years old. And I've always had like legs and butt and stuff like that. And I remember like looking in the diet pill aisles, like, oh, I wish I had enough money to get like these diet pills, because I always felt that pressure that, I was, for my age, shapely, and that was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable sometimes in my body. As a woman, I love it. But it depends on where someone is in that journey. And I think that social media definitely hits that nail on the head and keeps hitting it, especially if you've already questioned that. So if Serena was feeling like, oh, I feel like people are always commenting on my body being too big, I can see why she would feel the pressure to be smaller. It goes too far and it becomes very unhealthy. I remember being on the ketogenic diet, and I don't know if anybody in the chat has been on the ketogenic diet. So
That's
it's
the
very
keto,
high
right?
protein,
That's the keto diet?
very high fat, high protein, low carb. And I was able to lose weight. And I was like, after I got in ketogenesis, that weight was coming off. That fat was melting. It got to a point where I was as small as I've ever been in my life. And I had to look in the mirror and be like, okay, I need to put some weight back on, because I'm super skinny right now. Because once that process went, so anybody who wants to do Ozempic, do keto instead. Get your vegetables, get your healthy fats, get your protein. That will work. But this, I feel like the long-term effects and what it can cause later, I think it's just too dangerous to do.
I'm starting that on Tuesday.
You started what? Oh, keto?
I think that weight loss
delicious.
and looks has become the new keeping up with the Joneses, because I think it's more in your face. We don't necessarily quote unquote see what people drive, what kind of house they have. We see them on social media. So we see what they look like. We see if they got their teeth done, because the people taking out their teeth and putting in new teeth. We see if they got their hair. We see them. And so people think that I got to keep up with what this person is doing and how they're keeping up. And so that's why I think more of the physical has become the new trend. And so I think Deborah said before social media, we didn't know nothing about what these celebrities were doing. Before social media, all we had was the magazines, right? So you could look at magazines, and that's what we used as the standard of beauty. Now it's everywhere and it's in your face, and people are starting to see it much younger. And that's why I think we have these trends and these over excessive fads of what's beautiful and these surgeries and whatnot.
And that's why they're using Snapchat filters. It's like, girl, my son, I was picking up my son from school one day, and he said, Mom, he asked me with one of my friends, who's such and such? And I was like, oh, that's my girlfriend. He was like, is she AI? I was like, huh? He was really serious. Is she AI? Because she uses filters all the time. She don't look like a real person. Like they don't even look like real people. But that's the standard. Aisha,
can I just say this really quick before you move away from it? I think that was the start. I think I noticed that when we first had steps, I think it was the start of what we're experiencing now, where people use their camera, these things, filter themselves. I mean, think about it. I didn't get on Snapchat for a long time. I mean, I think I bought some shares and was like, well, let me download it after a while, right? And that's the only reason why I downloaded it. But I just noticed how people couldn't put up. Before, we used to just post pictures. And then after a while, it's like, if you don't have some type of filter on it or some type of correction tool on it, you won't post it. I started to notice that 14, 15 or 15, 16, 2016, 17, that time when Snapchat came out, I noticed how it changed people. And now, it's like those effects. And I think that's just, now people want to look like a filter. So I just think it's all related. So I'm so glad you said that, Constance, because I think that's where it started, where people started to notice, hey, I don't look perfect. I don't look a certain way, and I want to look like a filter.
And you mentioned 90s fine, because I think that's trending now. People are saying that they want to go back to
Nice.
What we look like in the 90s. What was 90s fine? Oh yeah. Method. Do we have some girls though? This is 90s fine for women. So let me ask the men in the chat, especially. We'll ask the women, but the men in the chat. So is this what would you rather have the Instagram women of today, or would you like the 90s fine women of the 90s? This is more natural. Of course, they have makeup and they have their eyebrows done and they look really pretty, but there are I don't think there's Botox. I don't see fillers. This is just Black women.
Listen, when Lila Rashawn came out in Harlem Nights and Sunshine, all natural, or even her in Waiting to Exhale, like that's what we knew beauty as back in those days as the standard.
Now they look like freaking cartoons. They said beautiful Black women, 90s fine. Yes. Woo. Yes, the 90s will be good. The men want the 90s.
The 90s were amazing. I mean, even for us, think about it. We went to school. We didn't have a full beat. Like when I'm taking Lauren to school, I'm so glad that, I don't know, I've been like kind of grooming her, influencing her. But I'm always like, dang, like we're talking about girls with the big lashes and the beats and all of that. And I'm gauging where her mind is in the hair and all of that. And she's like, I kind of don't like that. I like the dainty girl look, the classic look. I'd be like, yes, classic. But all of that is by design, because the girls be beat. When we pull up, I mean, makeup. Where are you going? You going to chemistry, girl?
Where are you going?
Where are you going? You going to school? You going to learn? Why do you have all of this going?
Yeah. The glam.
Yeah, you got the Joneses all the way back to high school. Hair done, nails done, lashes. Like you don't need all that to go to school. We had to talk about you if you don't have it. But who can maintain themselves and a young person with nails, lashes, hair,
expensive.
Nice undergarments, because they shopping at Victoria's Secrets at a young age now.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, just all the things, the maintenance, Starbucks, like all the things that it takes, and it just gets lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Like
it's an aesthetic.
We talked about the other day. It's all tied together.
Yeah,
aesthetic. It's an aesthetic.
And that's
also,
go ahead.
Okay, no, I was going to say also, the more that they do that and get used to that face that they're looking at in the mirror, when it comes to a point where they're going to have to take that off or be natural with someone, they're not going to like what they see. It's like you can do things to a certain extent where you're going overboard to where you forget what your real face looks like without all that. And then you may not, that can affect your self-esteem.
Yeah, and let me tell you,
mental health.
Yeah. Let me tell you, like my boys, they don't even like them girls that look like that. In high school, they don't even like them girls that look like that. They're like, everybody's ugly. These girls are doing that for these boys, and the boys don't even like it. Well, at least my boys don't even like that shit. But I mean, this is everybody doing it for the gram. So let's take a look at some stats, Tiara.
Oh, I had the video up, but it's really just about like us embracing aging. So let me play that really quick. Let's watch it real quick. It's short.
Going up to our practice who say, I got a wedding in 6 weeks. I got to lose 10 pounds. Put me on this drug.
What are the long-term worries that you have? And this could just be a generalization. Like if somebody is maybe not a pure health candidate that's doing it because they want to tighten up that 10 pounds or 20, like what do you see as the long-term risk?
That's part of the problem, Michael. I don't think we know. And that's the problem I have with really being able to tell my patients, like, this is a lifelong strategy. And that's what I say to patients as well. I'm like, look, I think there's probably a net benefit to you doing this in the short term. So let's give it a shot.
Short term meaning?
Let's do this for a year. I think what I'm limited by is the duration of the studies.
The duration. So for which one though? Because I think Ozempic has there is a duration of studies for Ozempic because it's been around a long time, but maybe these other ones?
For disease, but because Ozempic was for diabetes. So for normal, like regular use for a regular healthy person using Ozempic long term, how does that affect? I think that changes the narrative of what we're talking about.
I wonder if it does something to the pancreas.
clear, Ozempic has not been around for a long time, because you got to think about that. If Ozempic was around for a long time, they would have found these effects a long time ago. Ozempic just hit the market in 2017.
For diabetes too?
Diabetes, yes. It hit the market in 2017 for diabetes. And then they started seeing the effect of the weight loss.
Right. And then when it's designed for the diabetes, that means that some level is off as far as your insulin in your body. So that interacts with that in a different way. Then it's going to interact with the person who does not need that and who's healthy. What's the long-term effect of that? You're healthy.
It was initially approved December 5th, 2017.
Do I have the video? Okay, so there was a video.
Let me ask you guys this question. Then why would doctors prescribe this?
Money, 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 money.
Exactly. When you go in there, you have the issue, we could put you on that GLP-1. You know, I mean, they pushing it. Like
they are incentivized
Yeah.
to offer you these drugs.
Yeah.
They get paid when they sell these prescriptions. They get trips, they get bonuses, all of the things. So that's the reason why. So if you wonder, okay, well, I mean, it must not be bad for me if the doctor is prescribing it to me. They care
Actually,
about they care about you.
What he said, the patient came asking for it. So now all the advertisement about all this medication. So actually patients are coming in and telling the doctor, I want this medication. And he's telling you, look, I don't know. But then you say, no, I want it.
Yeah. Look, Deborah Woodwin said, drink water, work out, and get good facials. Oh, and mind your business. Let's look at the next video. Tiara.
Well, now I'm ready for stats. What you want?
You just said you wanted to play the other video, woman.
I don't know where it is. Hold on. I don't have it up right at this moment. Let's go to stats.
All right, let's take a look.
Okay, cool. No. Let's not look at stats.
So let me ask you this. We're going to go ahead and do our final thoughts and head on out of here.
Oh, yeah, it's time. That's right. But we do have a black fact. Who has the black fact?
Yes, we do have a black fact. But we're going to do, can we do final thoughts before we do the black fact? Aisha, go ahead and do your final thought.
Final thoughts. Wow. I think, we just have to embrace who we are, do the best we can to take care of ourselves, eat well, sleep, rest well, and surround yourself with good people that appreciate you. And if you want to do some enhancements because of really serious illness or something, go ahead. But not because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Because guess what? The Joneses are not happy when they go to lay down at night and they can't breathe well because they just put something in their body. They don't know what it is. They don't tell you, but they suffer all this little side effects that you don't know about. So just drink a little water, take care of yourself, and surround yourself with good people that care and love you for who you are. Because at the end of the day, if you don't love yourself, nobody's going to love you enough. So you have to start with you loving yourself. Where can you find me? Black Business School as one of the Black coaches. And if you need insurance or retirement planning, you can reach out to me. I can help you with that. www.aishaversi.com.
See, look at that right there. All you need, all about wealth, all in one place. Aisha Versi. Well, here's let me if I may interrupt the final thoughts, because I do want to tell you a black fact, and this actually has something to do with health. I don't know if you knew, but this is very, very powerful, because the Black Panther Party was not just about protest. They were about solutions. In the late 60s and the 70s, they created one of the most impactful grassroots healthcare movements in American history. They created free healthcare clinics before it was popular. They did that. And the government took on that. But the Panthers opened free community health clinics around the country in places like Oakland and Chicago and Philadelphia. These clinics provided free medical exams, vaccinations, basic treatment, health education, and they were serving people who were being ignored by traditional healthcare system, which we still see healthcare bias in healthcare. They have brought attention to sickle cell, which people didn't really pay attention to sickle cell before, because it disproportionately affected Black people. And they also offer free sickle cell testing. They educated community about the disease. They forced the government and medical institutions to start paying attention. That advocacy is a big reason why we see sickle cell screening that exists today. And they understood something that many people still miss today. Healthcare is not just about treatment. And this is what we've been talking about. This is what we talked about yesterday as well. It's about prevention. It's about your nutrition. It's about hygiene. It's about early detection. It's about a community accountability for health. And they created survival programs. But it was really a community about healthy, educated, and fed communities that can build wealth. So we've been conditioned to think we have to wait on systems to take care of us, and we don't. The Panther says, no, we take care of our own people. And where I'm going to challenge you a little bit, we've done a great job talking about generational wealth in terms of money, estate, and business. But if we're not addressing our health and our lifestyle, then we are building wealth on a weak foundation. All right, Shalaye. Final thought.
Yeah, so my final thought, just being able to have this conversation and really shine a spotlight on this particular issue, right? It seems like we all do it to a certain extent, but it seems like this is part of a larger problem of us being afraid of being who we really are, and it's some form of escapism. Right. And I think that we need to just get back to basics. I think that sometimes, like, I'm all for slight things, enhancements, accessories, all of that has a place. But I think sometimes we just need to get back to basics and take it all off and really look at ourselves in the mirror and just appreciate and start loving who we see in the mirror. Because like Aisha said, if you don't love yourself, no one else is going to really love who you are. And if you're afraid to be actually who you are, then you're never going to find that love. That love has to come from us. So you can find me. I'm Shalaye Camillo with Vital Source Realty. I'm CEO of Vital Source Realty. I'm in Boston, Massachusetts, and I can help you buy or sell a home anywhere in the United States or Canada. You can visit my website at vitalsourcerealty.com. Follow me on YouTube and IG at Shalaye Camillo, and I'd love to help you.
All right. Thank you, Shalaye. Yes. And Miss Black Hollywood, what are your final thoughts? Why you be looking surprised? No, we're not going to be able to get final thoughts from Miss Black Hollywood, unfortunately. And we wanted to hear from you so bad, sis. So sorry. You can find her at everywhere, MissBlackHollywood.com. Just kidding. Dr. LaNee.
My final thought is, as we were talking today, I was thinking back over my own life and how I started wearing makeup. And I started wearing makeup for enhancement. I have really bad skin and I wanted to be cute, right? And then as I've gotten older, I've become dependent on it. Like if I don't have my makeup on, I feel crazy. But as I've gotten older, I want it to be really soft, really natural. I want me to shine through. My whole life, men have always said, you look so much better without makeup. You look so much better without makeup. Even my dude right now, he does not like makeup. So when I go out with him, I'm like as close to bare as possible. Like just a little mascara, a little blush, and like the basics. And in doing so, it has caused me, as I've gotten older, to love me more and who I am in totality. Some stuff I wish I knew when I was younger, when I was I thought my beauty came from the outside. And I think that that's what social media and where we live today is, people think that their external is what makes them beautiful. I'll also say that even when I'm doing social media, my numbers are better when I have no makeup on. Like if I show up and I'm just in my rawness, people flock. The videos do good. Like, I don't know what it is about being natural and just you that people love. And I think if we did more of that, let people see our true selves, communication would be better, relationships would be better, self-esteem would be better, our faith and hope in ourselves would be better, and we wouldn't have to hide behind a mask. And unfortunately, some of that comes with age. And so I just wish, if we see it in somebody else or we see that they're struggling with that, I think my final thought is tell somebody that they're beautiful, who they are, what you like about them, what you love about them, what makes them special. I don't think we do enough of that. A lot of times we're comparing somebody to somebody else, or we're looking at something else, or we're saying, why don't you do this? Instead of saying, this is what I find beautiful about you. This is what you bring to the world. we don't get it till we get older. So if you see that and you can help somebody with that, or that's struggling with it, I think that's my final thought. Like, just to be more kind and patient to ourselves and to others, so that who they truly are can shine through. I'm Dr. Aisha. You can find me at thebrilliantstrategist.com. That's it.
Beautiful. Tell somebody they're beautiful today. What about you, beautiful Miss Black Hollywood? You back?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, hurry up. You better hurry up.
Okay. Right. Right. So this whole thing took me down a rabbit hole, y'all. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought about like how I love what you just said, Dr. LaNee, about people being saying something nice, because I think what's happening on the internet, people hop in these streets and they just say anything, and it affects how people feel about themselves. It really, really does. If you grew up with the insecurity, oh, my nose is too big or whatever, and people they keep hearing it and they're already insecure about it, it's going to make them go and feel like they have to do something about it. I just think it's causing a bit of a mental illness. When you gotta look like a filter, when you have to be perfect, when you have to, I just saw a guy had gotten spent over $160,000 or $190,000 on surgery to look like Kim Kardashian. And he passed away like a week ago. And so there was he had over 50 surgeries to look like Kim K. And unfortunately, he still died not looking like Kim Kardashian. So I think what it does is it creates this, that's a mental health issue. And I think it's social media, I think filters, I think surgery, I think looking and comparing is contributing to all of that. So I just would say, I love what you ladies are saying about loving yourself. Just take a step back and be like, listen, I don't need none of that. I don't need none of that. But it likely won't happen because, the internet is not a real place, and people go to it and spend so much time on it, but it's not a real place. And if we could get you to understand that people are faking and fronting and doing the most, maybe you wouldn't feel insecure about who you are. My name is Tiara Williams. I'm also known as Miss Black Hollywood and Karma J, just depending on the day. And if you want to find me, I am at Miss Black Hollywood across all platforms. And holla at your girl.
Good shit, Miss Black Hollywood. So I'll say, listen, do whatever you feel that makes you happy. If you want to get a big old butt, if you want to get injections, if you want to get big old bitties, whatever it is that makes you happy, do it. Who are we to judge what somebody else does? If you want to look like a clown, look like a clown. Enjoy your clownhood. Like, whatever it is that you want to do, as long as you are happy, do it. I'm 50 years old. I just turned 50. And guess what? A few of my premium programs are 50% off. So go to Constance Carter if you've ever wanted to coach with me, if you've ever wanted to be a part of any of my programs for up until the end of the month, they're 50% off, and folks is booking me up. So go to ConstanceCarter.com. You can go to ConstanceCarter.com/birthday and put in the coupon code CC birthday, and few of my programs, not all of them, are 50% off. But check this out. Our bodies are not trends. Black women deserve health, not pressure. We deserve confidence without going into debt. We deserve full information before making permanent decisions. Before we inject it, cut it, finance it, or promote it, we need to ask what it will cost us in the long term. Because health matters, money matters, and how we value ourselves matter. Thank you, ladies. We're going to be back tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. We appreciate you. Make sure you follow us all, and make sure you subscribe to the Fly Nubian Queen and follow Fly Nubian Money everywhere on social media. Peace.
Now, Constance, why would you tell them people to do whatever they want? Why would you tell them to do? Why would you tell them to do that?
I mean, they grown. Like, who are me to judge? Who are me to judge?
So you gonna tell them to get stuff? Don't tell them to.